What's up? My name is Major, and I would like to welcome you to my Better Me in 2023 fitness series. This program is for the 40-plus-year-old busy individual who knows the importance of working out, but due to their busy schedule, they can't seem to fit it in. When it comes to working out, the number one discipline that is often skipped is stretching, particularly dynamic stretching movements. This is one of the questions I ask my private clients, and most of the time they tell me, I know I should, but it takes too much time. Recently, I spoke with a potential client who had injured themselves squatting and had to have surgery on his knee. He was ready to get back at it, but he didn't want to re-injure himself. This guy worked out regularly, but never stretched. I asked if he had heard of dynamic stretching, and he said he had never heard of it. I explained that dynamic stretching isn't your typical stretching, and it could help him increase his flexibility and decrease the chances of him re-injuring his knee. I told him that I use dynamic movements as my warm-up, and it only takes 10 minutes. It helps relieve muscle soreness and has greatly improved my range of motion and flexibility gains. And I'm not talking about the static stretches you learned in gym class. In fact, holding static stretches before your workout can decrease performance and increase your risk of injury. What you need are dynamic movements that prepare your muscles, joints, and ligaments for max performance. Dynamic movements improve your balance and are perfect formula for the building mobility, flexibility, stability, and strength. As we get older, flexibility should be a priority. Not surprisingly, most people approach stretching routines half-heartedly. If you were to do nothing else, I would want you to commit to mastering and performing this routine 2 to 6 times a week. If for only 10 minutes, it provides a tremendous return for a minimum investment. So, there are no excuses for not taking the time to do this. If you are to improve your flexibility and make sure every workout is one of your best, then get ready for one of the best warm-ups you can perform. Today, I'd like to take you through our 8 minutes and 10-second dynamic warm-up. There are 7 movements, 60 seconds of work, and 10 seconds to transition. Let's get started with our body weight goblet squat. This is a great beginner-friendly squat variation to help teach proper squat form and depth. Hold your hands at your chest. Brace your core, then squat down. Go as low as possible, keeping your knees on the outside of your elbows and torso. Then drive through your midfoot to the top. This helps teach proper alignment of the knees and makes it easier to get lower in the squat for a complete range of motion. So I'm going to give you a different angle here. Remember, you want to have your knuckles under your chin, brace your core, and squat as low as you can, and driving through your midfoot as you come up to the top. Remember, this helps to teach proper alignment of the knees. We're going to come down to the floor for our Spider-Man lunge with T-spine rotation. Get in that plank position, brace your core. Set up in a push-up position, then lunge forward with the left leg forward beside your hand. Keep your right hand on the ground, twist your body to your left side. Your left hand straight up, fingertips towards the ceiling. Return to that push-up position and repeat at the top, at the right side. Alternate back and forth until the time is up. When you start this Spider-Man lunge with T rotation, you may not be able to get close to your hand, and that's perfectly fine. You want to work with where your body is and step up. You do want to challenge yourself to step outside that hand. This is a full body stretch here, and you'll feel your core warming up as well as your shoulders, your arms, and your chest. Exercise number 3, we're going to stand for our hand walkouts. The setup here, you want to step up with your feet about shoulder width, bend down and place your hands on the ground in front of you, keeping your legs as straight as possible to stretch out those hamstrings. Walk your hands all the way out into the push-up position, then walk your hands back in towards your feet and return to the standing position. Now, I chose not to return to the standing position because I love to get that added stretch in those hamstrings. Remember, you want to repeat this until the time is up. And it's okay that if your hamstrings, glutes, calf muscles are tight, to start out with a bend, a soft bend in your knee. But as you feel the warming sensation through the hamstrings, the glutes, the low back, as you walk back, you want to straighten those legs out, let your head hang forward, and feel that nice stretch in the hamstrings, low back, glutes, and calves. We're going to stand for our number 4 Cossacks squat. Set up in a wide stance with feet outside shoulder width and feet angled at about 30 degrees. Squat down to your right side until your right knee is bent to 90 degrees, and straighten your left leg, and then drive off of your right foot back to the start and repeat on that left side. This is great for stretching and strengthening your adductors, inner thigh muscles, but it's often forgotten. Alternate side to side until the time is up. It's important that you keep that straight leg straight and point the toe up to the ceiling and sink back into your heel. Really concentrating on the stretch, feeling the stretch of the inner thigh muscle. Sitting back on that heel and exhale. It's so important that you breathe. Moving on to exercise number 5, we're going to come down for our plank hold. Set up in a plank position on your forearms with your body straight like a board and hold for 60 seconds. Remember to breathe, yet keep your core braced and fully engaged. Start with your body weight, and as your core strengthens, you can begin adding weight to your back for increased resistance. But since this is our dynamic warm-up, we're focusing on preparing the body for the workout, and this is a full body workout. As I said in the introduction, I like to use my dynamic warm-up in the place of my cardio warm-up because it gets my heart rate up, and you really will feel the warming sensation in your shoulders, in your core, in your glutes. And this is a good time for you to focus and concentrate on where you feel that burn. Exercise number 7 is our stepping mountain climbers. Stepping climbers. I'm sorry, arm circles. Messed up there. This is our exercise 6, our arm circles. So with our forward arm circles, you start with small circles and they get bigger and bigger. Now, we're doing this work for 60 seconds, but here what I chose to do was to break it up and to do 30 seconds forward and 30 seconds back or reverse. And as you make those circles, the circles get bigger and you're breathing and you're stretching. So we're 30 seconds in, and now we're going to start with the reverse arm circle. And with each circle, you want to listen and feel for the warming sensation in your shoulders as you make your circles bigger and bigger. Gradually, they're getting bigger, then reset your arms and perform the backward circles. Again, starting with the small circles and increasing size until the time is up. This is really great for your shoulders. Now we're moving on to number 7, which is our stepping mountain climbers. Now this is a slowed version of the mountain climb. Finally, to help warm up your core and obliques, you want to set up in a push-up position and then step your knees up towards your chest one at a time, returning to a push-up position between each rep. Alternate side to side until the time is up. I like to exhale as I bring that knee up towards my chest. Inhale and exhale as you bring that knee up towards your chest, keeping the knees between your arms. Inhale and exhale up. Now, depending on everybody's fitness level is different. So depending on your fitness level, you can cut this down in time and you can make it 30 seconds instead of 60 seconds. This is an intense warm-up, and that's it. Perform this quick dynamic warm-up before your next workout and see for yourself how you feel and perform after a proper warm-up.